Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Murphy. He's going to take a shot right away. Fires into traffic, picked off.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd, Palmer. Exact opposite on the road, and you make a big mistake over it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end could be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical bend.
Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Hankerson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Got his man. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and has never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Working that left side now. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab, it's Pena. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hudson. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the... and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State! Look, I know it's only the 2nd...
Get up out of here, bro. I'm winning as soon as you watch, I'm gonna lose.
will see the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hold it, finds his man on the left. At the 45, on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he steps to the sidelines on this return. To the air, it's Allard. Got a man, it's Singleton. Open spaces. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The sure hands, it's Hudson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time.
Turning on the Jets. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I love the start for this quarterback for 3rd down. Third down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sensed that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Back to pass, it's Aller. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. He's still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone.
We working, baby.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And he makes the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on him from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
To throw, it's Sayin. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm.
Saw the stiff arm?
He's out of bounds at the 48.
That was nasty.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Dropping back, it's out. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And
Hey, it's a good day, Nate. They quitting left and right. I'm not mad. They are quitting. They quitting. Hey. Hold on, let me do some work real quick, Nate. Got to.
Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Aller. They're working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Miller. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle, it's Bernard. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense is
Gashing the knee on the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Alabama pushing the tempo. red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Up-tempo for the offense. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. He's moving out of the pocket. Caught near the sticks, it's Bernard. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be first and goal. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. There he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air, it's Aller. Makes the grab, it's Singleton. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Might as well give it to him again. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
The Nittany Lions line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Looking to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. This time it's complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down.
Makes the grab, past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Finds his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Finds a little space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Caught close to the marker. It's Bernard. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown time. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Aller. Using his legs to buy some time. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Allard. Finds his man. It's Reynolds. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Got a little space. Got enough for the first. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The pitch to the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's a backbreaker for the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Aller. Grab behind the line, it's Pena. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Penn State!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Dances away. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
They'll run it from the gun.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Alabama pushing the tempo. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. First down and more. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Miller with the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. All knotted up. Is free football in the forecast, or can this offense win it here? Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quarterback sneak. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Aller. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man by himself. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to... Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Aller. It's complete to the right. There he goes.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. On the run, it's Singleton. He has the first and still on his feet. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Making side adjustments here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Owens. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. fake the pass. It's Reed. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it set up on the outside. Plows through the defense. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. It's a seam wide open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. The give out of the gun. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns improve this field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. On the run, still looking. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Trying to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Aller. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Hudson. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the two-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll open the second half with a run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll take it himself. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gap. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. And you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He is dialed up.
Finds a spot in the middle. Lots of running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end of this defense moving forward.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television, and so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. slithers into space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Running to Green. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. He wants it all. Touchdown, Aggie. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.